right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right, left.
Cornwall Division are in week 7 of their training at HMS Raleigh, and it's been tough. Of the 27 recruits who started out in starboard class, only 15 remain. And with 3 voluntary resignations this week alone...
I've thought about it over and over again, but I honestly do think that I'd like to go home tomorrow.
Okay. Their instructor, Petty Officer Head, is under pressure.
Oh yeah, I've had a cracking day, Clark. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for asking, Nobed. A blinder I have. Worldy of a day.
My remit as a divisional instructor is to present X amount of team members to the Royal Navy. We've dwindled in number.
This class is getting ridiculously small. What are we on now?
Ah, there they are.
6 people? 15 people in this class at the minute.
I want and I need and I'm gonna get all these people to pass out by hook or by crook. But I'm presenting these people to potentially one day serve with me, to fight with me, to serve with friends, to fight with friends.
Kurt, tent, go. Harrington, tent, go.
I don't want to be the one that's passed somebody out into the Royal Navy with that are not up to standard.
It's 8 AM on Monday morning, and Petty Officer Head's about to present the division to the officer in charge of basic training, Lieutenant Commander Freddie Fox.
Good morning, sir. Cornwall Division, ready for your rounds.
Excellent, let's go and have a little chat, see how they've done. Thus far. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
He wants to know the character of these people. So he wants to actually look at them in the eyes and say, this lot will do good.
Morning, Cornwall 05. Crute Ninnim. What a great name. That's all right, that, isn't it? Where's that from?
I think it's Viking, sir.
Viking. Excellent. Yeah, Viking. So all the girls say to you, are you a Viking? So. Pretty unlikely. You need to be tidier on the way you're putting your kit in your locker, OK? That is Mankey. So where do you fancy being based for your first assignment following your training at Collingwood?
Maybe San Diego.
San Diego? Who have you been talking to then? Plymouth, Portsmouth, or Faslane? They're your choices, fella, yeah?
Well, I aspire high.
Group Dackham, how are you?
Good, sir.
How's the deputy class leader?
Not too bad at all.
Do I need to look in the deputy class leader's locker?
Absolutely.
Absolutely what?
I think you should check mine and make sure it's up to standard, sir. OK.
Can have it your way, Dackham. I shall find something now, relax, turn around.
Well, I've been picked up on it today.
It's a not bad call, actually. Swings around about.
27-year-old Nick Dackham is a member of the Cornwall leadership team. His role means he must set an example to the other recruits.
How's recruit Dackham as a deputy class leader then, team?
Good, sir.
To be honest.
Best left, right, lefter.
As predicted. Now run with your kit, OK?
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
We hope.
I mean, I've always been attracted to the military, the honour of wearing the uniform and the pride and you know, I want to do something that makes me proud, you know, I want to grow old and look back at what I've done and be proud.
It's looked better before.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good size. I wouldn't want it any smaller than that.
Dackham was chosen for the leadership team by Petty Officer Head.
Starboard, ho! By the right. Don't fidget, don't move. Stop looking around. What are you looking around for?
One of his best characteristics is that he's a nice bloke and he's jovial and people like him and people find him amusing. Sometimes that's a really good way to lead.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
When Dackham signed up to the Navy, he was single and living with his parents. But after a 3.5-year waiting list to reach Raleigh, his circumstances have changed.
I just, before I'd looked at that, someone said we had 4 weeks off, so she booked a week off to have the second scan, And then now I've realised that was wrong, so before I ring her back and get her to move her week off work...
I'm with a woman that I've been with for nearly 3 years, that I love very much. And we have a child on the way also, which I found out 2 weeks before I come here, which is great news.
Yeah, I'm in an ironing room now, it's got about 30 blokes in it. What week are you going to take off and book your scan for?
I didn't really want him to join. He knew that I wasn't happy about it. I made it very clear, you know. And if ever we kind of had heated discussions, it would be about the Navy, basically. That's the only time we ever really, kind of maybe disagreed.
I think if you've been in 6 months, you qualify for maternity leave, so... paternity leave or whatever.
It was a bit like, I'm pregnant, see you later, for 10 weeks.
I'll speak to you later, yeah? Love you. Bye.
It did cross my mind when I found out that Nicola was pregnant to not join the Navy. The thought of leaving her on her own at a very difficult time doesn't sit right with me, but my focus is to pass out at the end of 10 weeks and then we can reassess the situation.
I can't believe how small that girl is at the front. She is about the same height as my mum, as my son, who is 10.
She's about the same height as my son, who's 15 months old. I found out whilst I was away that my Katie was pregnant. I get that you miss home, and yeah, I get that you feel your responsibility is there for the partner and for the child. However, you've also got to think a couple of steps ahead. In time, this is a better lifestyle than what he could provide if he left now.
Before joining the Navy, Dackham was a self-employed electrician.
A few years ago, I was working on a fuse board and someone ran in and said, we need a first aider. So I thought, yeah, all right, I'll be a minute. The guy's probably cut himself or something. I went outside and there was a gentleman laying on the floor who had had a heart attack. I remember breathing into him and looking into his face and seeing his I only found out a few days later that he had died. I really struggled with it for a long time. I still do. And for me, I thought, do I really want to save up, you know, work my nuts off, save up a lot of money and buy a flat and then get run over by a bus or have a heart attack like he did behind the wheel and you know, die having not lived? If you're on death's door, you need to be able to say you've done something great. And for me, this is something great.
What's your favourite Michael Jackson song?
I like Stranger in Moscow.
I like...
Do you know that one?
Yeah. Man in the Mirror, that's my favourite.
Yeah, I do like that, but I've...
Gonna make a change.
That's also everyone else's favourite, so it's been played like fucking a million times.
Dackham's best friend in Cornwall is 17-year-old Ben Harrington, the youngest recruit in the division.
To the kids in the street, without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? This is my dream to be in the Navy. It's a senior service. You get a lot of respect from everyone else. I've never had that respect before. Well, I've always been in school or college, so I have no reason to have any respect for anyone. I've not done anything, really.
The Cornwall recruits are preparing their kit for a final inspection that they must pass in order to continue their training. Kit has never been Harrington's strong point.
I need to be able to stand in front of their locker and say this is somebody who has worked hard at something, has been fastidious with their kit. It's teaching them to be able to live in close quarters.
My kit's been pretty dire up until now, but I'm working on it.
Wasn't very good at doing ironing and stuff like that. He didn't do a lot of housework at home either. So to going into the Navy and doing it all yourself, it was a big culture shock for Ben.
I'm alright, you alright?
Got spots coming there.
Oh no, what the fuck's going on?
Don't know, mate. Hitting puberty. Again.
About time.
Harrington has failed every kit inspection so far, and if he fails this one, he risks being removed from training.
Sorry. Just gonna go and put this on and fucking iron my face.
Harrington's gonna be on your radar soon.
Yeah, he's on my radar now.
I knew he wasn't the best.
It was
seeing that
never
today
been the
when we went
best.
through his kit today. It was appalling.
He's never been the best, but I've noticed a significant downward turn.
Yeah.
This week 7 kit muster for every recruit is a big test, no matter if they're good at kit naturally or they're not. Recruit Harrington is not. If I were to put money on it, I'd say that Recruit Harrington will fail this kit muster.
Really pulled my finger out this weekend. For once, I've taken so much effort, I've actually got the correct fucking socks.
It's 6 a.m. on Tuesday of week 7, and the Cornwall recruits are presenting their kit for a final pass or fail inspection. Even the tiniest mistake means an immediate fail.
They sweat over this, and it's hard, not physically, but it's hard mentally.
Come, Theo.
There's people in there that will just be close to crumbling point.
Confident in him? It's nerves. Nerves is good. Keeps you on edge a bit, doesn't it?
I need for them to pass, not just want, I need for them to pass.
Go around everybody's kit bags now, underneath, make sure the buckles and zips are done up. Who's that? Hills. I just saved Hill a fucking minor there, didn't I?
I certainly don't want to lose anybody now.
Having failed every kit inspection so far, Recruit Harrington must pass this one to stay in the division.
Quite terrifying, actually. It's quite terrifying to think you could be here one day and the next day you could be back at home.
He'd be devastated. Absolutely devastated. Because he wants it so much. He really does want it so much.
Do your very last final adjustments and get outside.
As deputy class leader, Dackham is expected to set an example.
I've always prided myself in attention to detail and never leave a job half done, you know. I've fucking given it 100%, but if I fail, I'm going to be fucking fuming. There's fucking absolutely nothing else.
He just puts a lot of pressure on himself. He always has.
Your head's there. Yeah, I'm committed now, man. Sorry, Nick. That's right.
I don't think he's as confident as he likes to come across. I think he doubts himself quite a lot.
Move to the left and freeze left. Turn. By left. Right wheel. Quick. March. Left, right, left.
With the recruits away, the staff inspect every item of their kit in minute detail.
What do you think Bauer's actual size is? That? This is that.
He's quite thin, so I'll probably go for the pink ones.
One's small, one's medium. Obviously, it's
Maybe
female,
there
I've
his
not got
going
there.
out pants, and the black ones are his work pants.
Or Sunday pants.
Sunday pants. Oh, I like it.
Or period pants. Maybe the black ones for when he's on his period. You want to do Dackham?
Did you do his last one?
Yeah.
I think there might have been a name on there. On the tag. Do you?
Where? I don't think there's a name on it at all.
My guess is Harrington is looking at a fail. I like to party. Everybody does.
If the recruits pass, this is the last kit inspection they'll do at Raleigh.
Yeah, it's feeling confident. I've never really failed at anything I've wanted to achieve, I've always succeeded in, you know.
If he fails, Harrington will be forced to leave the division and his friends behind.
I would be gutted for him, but he would also know that it'd be his own fault. So it's something that he would have to live with.
Doesn't matter about alphabetical, just fill up. I'm just going to read out a list of names. Those people have all passed, all right? And you're all going to go. What I don't like, what I really, really don't like, is people walking out of here whopping and hollering and fucking high-fiving and slapping each other's asses, all right? Won't have it, because there are people in here that have not made the grade today, all right? So when I read your name out, I expect for you to leave with a little bit of dignity. Abel, Penny, Ninnim, Cooper, Watson, Hill, Jackson if he's here, Richardson, Smith, Hilton, Harrington. That's it. Rest of you come to the front.
You are a master. It feels really good. Like you have a kind of like a whole different demeanour about yourself. You're more confident, and you feel as if you can do pretty much anything. Because you're young doesn't mean you're bad at anything.
Like that. Yeah.
Hey, come on. Mate, I'm well happy about that. That's how you do a fucking inspection.
Dackham, why did you fail your ADTO kit muster?
Pair of pants felt wet.
Nope. No. Pair of pants were unmarked, which it said on your kit muster form because I read it. Unmarked underwear.
Fucking hell.
In which they still remain to be a repeat critical. That is it. Other than that, you had no minors. Right, all of you will do a full relay next Monday. What I don't want is for your heads to go down, especially not yours. Don't raise your eyes at me like that. All right, people have got to look up to you, so I expect for you to go out and actually be quite brave about it and have a bit of stiff upper lip. All understood?
Yeah.
Right, on you go. Stand fast, Dackham. Stand up. A man that can't be relied upon ain't much of a man at all, Dackham. All right? You are a man that can be relied upon. What I don't want is for you to go out there now and start crying and acting a twat, all right?
I'm just fucking gutted. It's such a...
Come sit down.
I'm knackered, that's what it is.
I sort of sit there and I look at it and I think, it's just one name and one pair of pants. And yeah, when you say it out loud, it is a bit ridiculous. But when an engineer is conducting his rounds, you don't want him to do it half-hearted. You need for him to be fastidious in what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm gutted, really, but it's all that work, you know, it's just going through it again, off the Dartmoor as well. But it is what it is, isn't it?
It has got to be done. There's no way around it. And the next time, it'll be fine. Go upstairs, fish your pants out, write your frickin' name on them, and then you're done.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Maybe I've blown out of proportions a little bit, but, you know, you think I'm supposed to be, like, setting an example and, you know, someone had faith in me and you feel like you've kind of broken that a little bit.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Right.
Seen that thing on Facebook where it says your prostitute name is your month of birth plus the last thing that you ate. Mine is April, his mum.
Mine's August Flapjack.
Dackham must redo every single item of his kit from scratch. And if he fails again, he'll be held back in training, meaning more time apart from his pregnant girlfriend.
When it gets tough, it kind of makes you miss home that much more, I think, you know. You kind of question, what if I left and, you know, I've left a good job and a lovely lady and, you know, it does make me wonder, is it worth it? You know, have I done the right thing?
I do miss him. At the back of my mind, I was thinking, you know, this is only 10 weeks and I know when it's going to end, but if he was to stay in, you know, he could be away for 6 months, 9 months, maybe longer. To be apart from your partner for that long can put a strain on the relationship.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times over the weekend I just thought, fuck this, I'm out of here. But you can't. For me, it's just not an option. I need to get this 10 weeks out of the way. Otherwise I'll spend the rest of my life feeling like I failed.
It's 8 AM on Monday of week 8, and Dackham's kit is ready for re-inspection.
Are you coming to do some kit musters?
Going to do what, sorry?
Kit musters?
Are these the relays?
Okay. Yeah.
If he were to fail, then, yeah, you know, he could be backclassed from this division.
You want me to do Dackham's, don't you?
Yes, please.
Any team that has a Dackham would miss that person. You can't really afford to lose a Dackham.
Dackham, 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 Dackham.
Have you written his name all over him?
Yeah. They feel a bit wet.
It's cold in here though, isn't it?
Good pass, Gaz.
Expected nothing less, really.
I was absolutely sick of doing kit.
Well done.
I'd worked hard, so yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Now that everyone's passed, the Cornwall recruits decide to take the evening off.
Oh yeah, go to the bar!
I go to the bar tonight, but... Can do, can't we?
Yeah, it's a celebration.
Yeah, I'll go for pubs tonight.
It was quite stressful redoing the kit muster and then we passed it, so yeah, a few of us went for a beer, got a bit excited. We didn't really think of the consequences, you know.
Party! Let's get bullet naked!
Right, sit at ease. Good evening, gents. Okay, for those of you that weren't involved, I apologise that you have to be part of this debacle.
It's 5 PM on Tuesday of week 8, and Lieutenant Tracy Santrian is investigating a report that a large number of naked men were seen running around Cornwall Division on the night Dackham passed his kit inspection.
I need to know exactly who partook in events in your mess deck last night. You will have until 1800 this evening to come and disclose to me whether you were involved or not.
Basically, I stripped off naked. We kidnapped someone from port. We ran him upstairs. We dumped him in the shower and started having a little bit of a shower party. About 50 to 60 males in one shower. It was like a festival or a gig in many respects. The lights were off, everyone was dancing, possibly the best night I've had at a rally. But we pay the consequences for it now.
You will be facing serious consequences that may have an impact on your career. That is not acceptable behaviour.
The severity of the incident means Lieutenant Santrian must pass on the names of those involved to Raleigh HQ.
Dackham, your name is on the list. I'm very disappointed in you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've got you as naked.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Off you go.
Carry on.
Yep.
It is quite serious, really. The smart thing probably would have been to tell everyone to stop being so stupid. I'm really going to be kind of fighting for survival.
Recruit Harrington for if I start with.
Yeah, your name is on the list, Harrington. I've got you down as partaking and naked, yeah?
No, I've never been in this much trouble. At the end of the day, I made a mistake that could cost me my career.
You're under 18, okay? You are facing disciplinary actions. You need to be informing your parents. Okay, carry on.
The idea of what I did last night is somewhat out of the ordinary.
I was there, I had my boxers on until I got in the shower, then I took them off, got in the shower, got out, put them back on again.
I have got you down as, yeah, you fully partook and you were naked. Is that correct?
I was clothed, I did have boxes on a towel on, but I did join them in the shower when everyone got in the shower.
I went into the shower for about a minute and then it got too loud, so I left.
I think my initial reaction was just that disappointment. What were they thinking? Why did they think that type of behaviour was acceptable? So this is the list that I'm giving to the press this morning to say, this is all the information we have on who was there.
Most of those involved in the shower party are Petty Officer Head's recruits.
Very worried. Very worried.
Yeah, as they should be.
Very worried.
As they should be.
Take this up to the JOS, I'll email it to you. They were advised that they would be facing disciplinary action, so they can piece that together themselves. The JOS will decide who goes on.
Petty Officer Head now has to write a personal assessment report, or PAR, to plead a case for each of his misbehaving recruits.
People have commented on it to me, other members of staff in other divisions. Why are your class doing that? Why have you told them that's all right? It's a reflection on me. And they've jumped around and acted like a bunch of twats.
I think some of you should be a little bit disappointed in yourselves. And there's a few in this room that's going to feel the consequences of your choices today. So in there, you'll find your PAR. Open it up. And in there, you'll find 2 copies of a report in which I've written Dackham, Watson, Cooper, Harrington. Open it up. Open the PAR up. The PAR. The PAR. A piece of paper. This is a PAR. You all know what a fucking PAR is because I've briefed you as to what a PAR is all these millions of years ago when you joined up. You did not join a million years ago. You joined fucking 2 months ago. This is the reason why you're here, because you think you're cock of the walk. Yes, I put into you a certain confidence. Yes, I give you a positive mental attitude. What I don't expect for that to outcome is for you to start acting like fucking dicks all the time.
The recruits have been summoned for a formal disciplinary hearing, where the heads of training will decide whether they should be dismissed from the Navy.
Well, it isn't really looking good for any of us.
I really busted my nuts to get to where I am now and to kind of not see it through. Yeah, that'd kill me.
If I get discharged, it'd be the worst thing that could happen, and I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah. Wait lads, wait for me. Oh, Bill! As a mother, you do want to protect your child, don't you? And if you can stop them from getting told off, then that's what you do. But I couldn't do nothing.
I must admit, part of me did think, well, you know, if you did get kicked out, then oops. Never mind. I haven't got to worry about that anymore.
Right, you'll be defaulters. Cooper, Dackham, Harrington, you'll be the front rank. Watson, move in one. You'll be defaulters. Defaulters, ho! By the left. Dress! Cooper, get in the front rank. Move across, Ferguson. And you, Rust. What the fuck? Switch your fucking heads on, you fucking mutants. What are you all doing? Not fucking river dance. Dress across, you fucking freak! Move to the left in threes, left turn. Switch on. Some of you are about to go up there and actually speak up for your fucking careers. So I suggest you switch on now. Start focusing, take charge of yourselves. By the right wheel, quick, march. If there was a time for you to get your arms all the way up, Graham, suggest it's fucking now, mate.
I'm a big believer that choices equals consequences. They chose to go and do the wrong thing. Bad decision on their part, and whatever the consequences of those actions are, they deserve them.
The hearing is being conducted by Lieutenant Commander Freddie Fox. He'll decide if the recruits should stay in training.
Cornwall recruits into line left. Turn!
This week, the 15 recruits in front of you were involved in an incident in which they entered a shower block, sung and danced in a state of undress. They call this a shower party. This has been compounded by the fact that 3 members of the group on the top floor landing are under 18.
Thank you, Divisional Officer. Failures in discipline indeed. I cannot use you. The Royal Navy does not want you. If you have courage, commitment, respect for others, integrity and loyalty, great. Cheers for that team. You're cock all used to me if you cannot demonstrate to me discipline. I am angry with every single one of you in front of me. Absolutely disgraced at your behaviour, and the potential for this going further reputationally is significant. Under 18-year-olds, the sexual connotation of naked men is not great. So you should, each and every one of you, be ashamed. Dackham, have you got any excuses for your performance in your capacity as a leader?
No, sir.
Do you think it's the leadership qualities we're looking for here at HMS Raleigh? Or indeed the fleet?
No, sir.
Give me your epaulets, please. I am not, absolutely not, going to accept you as part of the leadership team with that kind of behaviour. Right turn, right wheel, quick march.
Dackham is stripped of his leadership role, and the recruits will continue their training with the most serious disciplinary warning on their permanent records.
I just walked away from that and I thought, fucking hell, sort your life out. P.O., may I have 5 minutes with you?
Yes, you may.
Oh, not even 5 minutes. 1 minute.
Just hang about a minute, all right?
I've got a missus and a mortgage and a baby on the way. Can't just forget about it. You've got to be responsible for your actions.
Back up! Oi. Sit down.
It's just a quick one. I won't take up your time.
My time is your time, you know that. How are you?
I've really got to stop fucking about, you know.
There's times where you can muck around in this job and there's times where you can't. In basic training, that's one of the times that you can't. There's so much more freedom as soon as you move away from here. You've got big things happening in your private life as well, and you need this because you're going to be good at this, Dackham. You're going to be really good at this.
Thank you.
That's what I think, and I'm the boss.
SPO.
Right? It's nice to see you smile.
I know that he's got doubts of where he is and where he's going. I've told him more than one occasion that this is the right place for him. He's the sort of guy that we need. We like guys like Dackham.
Thanks for your time.
If Dackham decides to stay in the Navy after basic training, he'll have to commit to a minimum term of 4 years, with long stretches away at sea.
I do feel quite helpless, really. I don't want him to end up resenting me and the child because, you know, we've stopped him from doing what he really wanted to do. But I do need him here. I do need him to support me. The big problem is, you know, he'd have to be in there for a minimum of 4 years. That's a long time to make the wrong decision.
It's Friday of week 9, and the Cornwall recruits are spending 2 nights on board HMS Brecon to prepare themselves for life at sea. Now close to pass out and with a pregnant girlfriend at home, Nick Dackham must decide whether to commit his next 4 years to the Navy.
I couldn't tell you what age I was, but maybe 7 years old. I wanted to be an army man. On my 13th birthday, I was outside the local cadet office, and I joined the cadets and I joined the Territorial Army, and I really want this really bad. You know, I want to make this work. This is my destiny. And also, you know, there's a lady at home that misses her other half, and there's a child, and it's just trying to find that balance, and maybe that's what I'm struggling with so at the moment.
I'm going to go away to sea again relatively soon. It'll be hard leaving my son behind. I know that we're not foolish enough to think that it won't. But this is the choice that I've made, and it's not something that I balk at being in this life. It's something that I take quite seriously and I'm very proud of.
I just want us to be a happy family. I just want us to be able to do things that, you know, families do, and spend time together and just, you know, bring up our child the best way that we can.
Just kind of destroys me a little bit about what I'm going to do. Yeah.
No. Believe in yourself and think like a winner, and you will always do well. And no matter what it is, as a future father, if you believe that you're going to be good, then you'll be a good dad. Think well of yourself. Don't let people put you down. If you can look in the mirror every day and say, I'm pretty good. I'm good at what I do. I'm confident in what I'm doing. I look the part. I'm owning my space, my personal thing. I'm good. If you can think positively, you will always do well.
It's the last week of training, and having got his class through without any further losses, Petty Officer Head is giving them a pep talk before their pass out.
Best as you can. Like I said to you before, you're small, right? But you're quite resilient and you're tighter. This is a bond that you formed that should last a lifetime, because you've all gone through this together. And you lot have had a particularly rough time of it, I think, the adversity that you faced, but you've come out quite strong on the back of that. Well done for making yourselves proud. Okay?
Yeah. It's quite cheesy, but it feels really good. Like, it feels like you can actually turn to anyone and you can rely on people. But at one point in your career, you might have to rely on someone for your life, and it does. You make it feel like that you could do it. It's definitely a special bond.
Could you imagine you could play the piano like that?
Before their pass out, the Cornwall recruits must have a set of rounds from the officer in charge of all naval training, Commander Joe Adey.
Oh! Right, good evening, gents. Stand at ease. Mr. Dackham?
Yes, Mum.
How are
Good evening.
you?
Not too bad.
You're missing a pair of For's trousers.
Yes, Mum. There's a chip in my personal locker I forgot to get out.
I can't see in your personal locker, can I, Dackham?
No, you can't, Mum.
So therefore, as far as I'm concerned, you're missing a pair of your trousers, aren't you?
Yes, Mum.
What have you learnt about yourself by that experience?
By that experience, that one experience with the trousers,
The embuggerance of losing one of your bits of kit.
that's really annoying, Mum. I can't say I really learnt much from that.
Right, Recruit Harrington.
Good evening, Mum.
What would you do differently then?
From week 1?
Yep.
I would have practiced more before I joined, ironing and folding.
OK, so the new and improved Harrington who's coming back.
Harrington Mark 2.
Mark 2, indeed. What are the golden nuggets of advice you'd give them? So, iron more, practice.
Iron more, fold more, pay more attention to people who want to give you advice.
OK. Who's tried to give you advice then?
Everyone.
And which ones have you paid attention to?
Not many.
Today is pass-out day, and in a few hours the recruits will be reunited with their loved ones. It's been 10 weeks since Dackham last saw his girlfriend, Nicola.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. To see how large she's got since I've been away. So when I left, she wasn't very big at all. I think it'll really hit home then when I see her.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left.
Being in that uniform, you know, and everything it represents, just being behind the rifle and being in front of everybody and yeah, just being proud, having your chin up and yeah, this is me, this is it.
You get a tingling feeling around your whole body. First thing you want to do is to shout and say, everyone look at me, I look good now. I think it's just a point in your life you realise you're not a kid anymore and you're actually doing something that's worthwhile with your life.
He looks so happy. The whole body just beams. So you know that, you know, what he's doing is right for him. And I'm so proud of that.
It's difficult, but he's got to do what makes him happy, and if it makes him happy, then you can't really stand in the way of that. He needs to make the right decision for him.
You are proud of the ones that finish. You've changed them, and 99.9% of them for the better.
Let me just say, thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
I know, in my mind I was going to write a letter or something to you, or, you know, whatever, I didn't have the time, but yeah, I really appreciate everything you've done. There's things I've learned from you that it's going to take, you know, it's going to stay with me for a long time, so.
Good.
Yeah.
That's why I do it when I know that somebody's actually going to take it in. Just stay the course. It's really, really easy to keep a steady hand when the water's calm. It's when things get rougher, that's when you need to take over.
Yeah,
right.
It's a good analogy. But thanks again.
Take care, mate.
Yeah.
I want him to stay, I do want him to stay. He's a plus. He could have walked at any time, but he didn't. And he stayed strong to what he wanted to do. And that means a lot of a man.
It's like a dream that I've wanted for so long, and I feel like it's not really the right thing to do anymore. I've got to be a man, you know, and realise I've got a kid on the way. Nicola and the baby lie deep in my heart, they really do.
Is that the fingers open, isn't it?
I know this is where I need to be.